everybody? Welcome back to episode 5 of the We Are Flora Pearl Foundation. As you may or may not know, my name is Yusuf Muhammad, and before I go any further, I have to go ahead and pass the mic to the one, the only, the original, often imitated but never duplicated, the founder of the We Are Flora Pearl Foundation.
Hey! I love it. I am so excited today. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Nisa. I want to say hello to everyone. And I am going to pass the mic to this queen. Her name is Jalen Wilson.
I'm Jalen. And this is going to be my favorite episode.
It's definitely giving Bring It On. And I'm not talking about the Clovers either. Go Taurus! Go Taurus!
Yes!
But go ahead, boo. Go on.
Sorry, I was trying to hype you up because this episode reminds me of you because you have the best crown, in my opinion. So I'm going to pass the mic over to the girl that has the best crown. Don't be always, because you just messed up my introduction. Josie, baby.
Hi. Thank you.
Ma'am. If Jayla can have her cheer voice, you could definitely have yours. So yeah.
I'm about to say, see, you can talk high. My cheer voice is magnificent to me.
I have to tell y'all, that's not a cheer voice. As an all-star international cheer champion, you're supposed to like enunciate from your diaphragm. So when you cheer, it sounds like this. Can you hear every word?
Hey. Well, I wasn't a cheerleader. I hoop. So I don't care.
Okay.
A, B.
Go, Zaria. Welcome to episode 5, y'all. We are calling it Crown Act Me, okay? For those of y'all who don't know what the Crown Act is, don't worry, because we gonna tell you. But before we get to telling you what it is, let's go ahead and check in with our FemCs. And this time, we're not gonna do a song title, even though you know I'll be loving the music. We're gonna go ahead and check in with the movie title. So take y'all a little second, y'all little Jeopardy do, and think of a movie title that describes how you're feeling right now.
So I am feeling Love Jones right now.
I need to pause this and ask some questions.
I like that movie.
Why you feeling Love Jones?
Wait a minute.
Sip your tea.
Miss Humphrey says she's feeling like she remembers love. Okay. I know that's my favorite movie. We love it. Jalen, because I can't talk right now. Jalen, how you feeling, sis?
I'm going to go with Princess Tiana. So I'm feeling real Princess and the Frog. But then if we want to change it over to like real life, I'm feeling real Girls Trip. I like to travel too. So.
I'm feeling like, I think it's that movie Bird Box where like she was blindfolded and like she had to be quiet and stuff. Let me tell y'all why. Because last week in the office, in my big girl life where I was working as an adult, it was so much communication with people. It was so much interaction with people. I feel like anything that could go wrong because Mercury was in her retro J's instead of her stilettos went wrong. And so I just was like, I've had too much communication with people. I actually cannot take it. And so maybe in an alternative universe, I could like tie a little thing around my eyes and bird box people. I ain't got to see you. And if I clap my hands, maybe you'll disappear or something. So yeah.
Okay. Zaria, what's your movie?
I was gonna say Shrek, or I was gonna say Two Can Play That Game.
Hey!
Because I can when they do.
Period. If you go low.
See, no,
yeah.
About when they go low, I high five Satan.
I high five the devil. What's up? Two can play that game, baby. And I'm a win. Period, Zaria. We love it. Okay, y'all. Let's get into the disclaimer because we're going to need it today for sure. Ms. Humphrey?
The views and opinions expressed in We Are Flora Pearl podcast are those of the panelists and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Flora Pearl Foundation Incorporated or any of its affiliated entities.
All right, because we about to step on some toes, cut some edges, and align some perms together. All right, we're going to gather you all who need to be gathered. Let me clear my palate, y'all. A Black woman once said, quote, natural hair is an exquisite crown. It's a wonder and fascination to many, but to the confident Black girl or Black woman rocking it, they know what they've been born with. A head full of unique, healthy beauty, natural beauty, unquote. That is by Arthur Stephanie Lahart of books like Before You Commit and Teens Matter Most. Ladies, or shall I say queens, since we talk about crowns today. What do y'all think of that quote?
Now, I love it. I really do. That part about but to the confident Black girl, Black woman rocking it. They know what they've been born with. And that right there, like that seals it for me. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
Personally, I love it. I agree with Miss Humphrey. I like the quote simply because I'll talk about it more when we talk about the Crown Act. But I feel like your hair represents you. It's your story to tell. Everyone has a different story. So that's why I'm so big on, what type of hair are you wearing? And whatever type of hair you wear, whether you wear hair or you don't, rock it. Hear my rule. If you got weave in your head, it's still your hair because you pay for it.
That part?
Yep.
This internationally me.
That part.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I agree with it. I feel like it gets to the point.
Okay. I love it. I like it because it's not one of those, oh, it's okay type of quotes. You know how they try to like pacify. Respectfully, there's like a lot of pacifying or a lot of like coddling when it comes to like discussions about Black hair or Black women in general. And so this one is like, y'all are in tights and y'all think it's awesome and amazing, but as Black women over here in this part of the earth who were born with it, like we know it's dope. And so I like that. Like it's not one of those things that you read and feel, oh, I guess this is just like, you read it and you're like, yeah, baby, this is life type of thing. Kind of like a good song, a boost your head up. This is a boost your head up, not a, oh, just go along to get along. So shout out to Miss LaHart. All right. So y'all, what is the Crown Act? Has anybody heard of it before? Maybe y'all have signed it. Maybe you called your legislator and told them go on and pass that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
love it. Okay. So we got some educated Mrs. on the call today.
Yeah.
Not me though.
That's okay, baby, because we're going to learn. All right. So check this out, y'all. The Crown Act stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. CROWN. All right. It's a law that prohibits race-based hair discrimination, which is basically the denial of employment and educational opportunities because of hair texture or protective styles, including braids, locks, twists, or brand tune-up. Can y'all believe in Big Bad 2022, where we can scan a picture from our phone and hear a sound? Internet is free, where we got anytime, minutes, anytime, that they have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to still be denying people jobs and education because of how their hair is. Let's be clear, denying Black people because of how their hair is. That is a wild, wild cup of haterism. So just know, so far, the law has been passed in 19 states. There are still 31 more states that these laws need to be passed in. If you want to email your senator, sign the petition, or learn more about the Crown Act, you can visit www.thecrownact.com. That's a lot of information to take in. So why is something like the Crown Act so important in 2022?
I think about it as another statement that needs to be made. Can't believe that it's something that even has to be put out there to say that this should be a thing. Like this should be a right. It should be a law. Just the fact that that is a thing. I'm not so surprised. It's unfortunate. However, it is a statement that needs to be made because that's the world we're living in. And that's the best way that I could say it.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think it's pretty sad that this has to be a law this out, because why are you worried about how somebody else looks? Why are you worried about somebody else's hair? I mean, I can't help it if you bald headed and I'm not.
And there it is.
And I'm not saying it in a mean way. I guess what I'm saying is,
You're not?
No, I'm saying it like if people were more focused on themselves, the world would be a better place. And we wouldn't be wasting time creating acts that allow us to get a job, and we can focus more on like gun laws and different things of that nature. But you want to sit up here and have an issue with how somebody wears their hair. Like, grow some hair on your head and then say something.
Jalen said miracle drops. Get you some, okay?
It worked for me. They brought my edges back. My edges was bald. They brought my edges back.
This goes.
I'm just saying.
Lord.
The fact that I didn't even know what it was. So like, it's just every Black person, period.
Yeah.
So, and I can give you a little more insight. There have been several instances on the news. Unfortunately, I can't think of names off the top of my head because it's happening too much. But there were two specific cases where a young girl, she went to like a predominantly white school or whatever the case may be. She had knotless braids in. They were Black, regular colored, but because they weren't her hair, the teacher in the class, he stopped the class and was like, "Is that all your hair?" type thing. If it's not, you need to go ahead and take it out. And then another young gentleman, he's been going to this school literally all his high school career. He keeps his locks, up in a bun, because the rule is like the hair can't cover their ears for boys. So he keeps it up in a bun. And then literally like 2 months before graduation, they're like, unless you cut your hair, you can't graduate.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, and this is why it bothers me, because I look at it deeper. You're having an issue about hair and you're saying, oh, you can't have this hairstyle and this hairstyle and this hairstyle. You don't know how that's making somebody feel. So my thing is, if you can experience it yourself, why are you talking about it? Why do you feel as if you have to have a say?
I think my thing is just like white people. Didn't y'all come up with Rapunzel? Last time I checked, she's never had a haircut. So I'm just saying.
And that was weird.
Sis never saw some clippers, okay? No, that was being in the mountains dirty. That's what that was. The Crown Act bothers me, y'all. It really does. I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but I'm just letting y'all know this really does bother me. Zaria, do you want to go? Because I see you thinking.
No, I'm thinking because I was like, I feel like I've been here, but I haven't been like hearing about the real stuff that's been going on. So just hearing stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay. It's like, really? Like 2 months before?
2 months before, girl, and I can give you more. So there was another, like, when I tell you I looked this up and it burned me up so bad. There was a young Black girl. She was on the baseball team. She had the beads at the end of her braid. You know how we do the tuck under ponytail? She tucked it under and stuck it in her jersey. In baseball, I used to play softball. The rule is that you can't have anything covering your jersey number in case the umpire needs to call you. Her team was winning. She was the pitcher. They blowing them out the water. Halfway towards the end of like the last inning, the coach on the other team basically is like, oh, her hair is blocking her jersey number. And so she did. Middle of the game, had to cut her beads out of her hair. Her team helped her take it out. There was another young man. He was on the wrestling team. Young man had lots. Mid-match, he had to stop the match and either cut his hair or forfeit. The ref came and cut his hair, but everybody cheered him on. All his white teammates cheered him on for being a team player. That baby went home without his luck.
It reminds me on, what's the new version of the game that came out?
Oh, with her daughter.
Yeah. What is it's just called like the game.
Yeah.
But like the newest version. So I think I've seen it. I just didn't know what it's called.
Right.
But it was an episode where her daughter, she was playing tennis and she wanted like the little beads in her hair because she wanted to be like Serena and Venus. She got dressed up. She was in her little cute outfit. She was young, but she was competing against a little white girl. During the match, obviously, she was doing really well. And so the white girl went to like the ref and said her beads in her hair is like distracting me. But her mom, Tasha, she wasn't there. So basically, they did call her, but in order to have her keep competing, they were like, we're just going to cut her hair. And when Tasha got there, she was pissed.
Tasha Mack don't play that.
But I guess here's my thing. Like, you don't know how long it took that person to grow their hair. You don't know anything. Like, it goes back to opinions. Sometimes you need to keep your opinions to yourself.
I think it's deeper than opinions. This is straight racial haterism. Like, it really is. Like, it's let me let you know that I still have some type of power over you. Because the fact of the matter is our hair, Black hair, has so much more history and context and importance and significance than just a cute little style that these white girls or these Hispanic girls or whomever else, Asians, whoever else, want to just cosplay when they feel like having fun. There's so much history in it. And the fact that y'all are upset that through all the generations and decades of crap, of murder, of genocide and disrespect that y'all put us through, y'all are so mad that we're finding our way back to our natural roots with something as normal as our hair that y'all gotta wash every day because too bad your oils don't like you, that y'all think, okay, well, in this little instance, if you want an education, if you want a job, or if you want to play this sport, I'm gonna make you cut it. I'm gonna make you fry it. I'm gonna make you put in a ponytail. I'm gonna make you do this, that, and the third. It really is some type of mental warfare at the end of the day.
That part. It's I want you to know that I still have the power over you. As it may seem as simple as your hair, but it really is that, Nisa. It's a mental warfare and it's a block. It is to control, like whatever way to control. So now it's not outright to do things that are racial or discriminatory or whatever, but there are certain things that we can pick at and see how we can change that or how we can get you to mentally still have issues too. Because I think about that, like that goes into a psychological, your mental health, your wellness. It's not okay all the way around. And I know we know that. However, yeah.
It's weird. It's to make the person
feel less than.
Feel like they're an outsider.
Yeah.
Or like they're not supposed to be here.
I want to remind you that you're not from here. I don't care.
That's what the gag is that the Black women y'all call yourselves raping back during slavery, they had hair like ours too. That didn't turn y'all off then. Now y'all mad about it. For the white women who got something to say about Black hair, it's like y'all spend all day trying to get a boxer braid and a braid like Bo Derek. Like, baby, first of all, Bo Derek ain't even know what a plait was till the sister sat her in the chair. let's be honest. Yeah, we're going to have to temper this one because this is the button for me. It really is. Because as Black girls, we already go through so much crap generationally, respectfully, from maybe our grandparents or our great aunts or whomever. And sometimes our parents who got so much to say about what our hair is doing or isn't doing or whatever. Like for me coming up, a little girl had barrettes and beads in her hair. If your hair was ever just in a regular old ponytail, the first question asked, baby, why your hair not done?
Right.
Like, no, for real, sorry. Like, oh, baby, what you gonna do to your hair today? This is it. This is what I'm doing. She tired.
Let me ask you this, Nisa. Like, is that then, because Zari and I were talking earlier, it was about something different, but basically the oppressor, us then taking on the thoughts of the oppressor in our everyday life. So we're going to have something to say about different things or certain ways we look at things or operate. And it's because that's the very thing. And that is the system. That's what the systematic system then, where this is what is embedded. It is here. And we fight every day, I know, to fight against it. But sometimes it feels like we are hustling backward because then there are those of us who are thinking like the oppressor thinks.
Yeah, absolutely. And Paul Mooney, may he rest in peace, on that man's, we're not going to say his name, he gets no clout over here, but on that man's hair documentary, Paul Mooney said, if your hair's relaxed, white people are relaxed. When your hair's nappy, white folks ain't happy. And that's the fact of the matter, that unfortunately, so many of the people older than us, as far as like generation-wise, our grandparents, great aunts, uncles, whomever, who are a little closer to the blatant disrespect and murder of Black people as far as racism goes, the civil rights era and all that, who are a little closer age-wise, those people have taken on that mindset of like, yeah, they can stay there as Black powers. They want to be proud to be Black. But at the end of the day, if we going in these white spaces or on Easter Sunday, or it's your birthday, or you about to take a picture that's going to last forever and ever, baby, go in there and get that flat iron. Go in there and do this. Go in there and do that. Not even realizing that while I was rocking Jerry curls and afros, baby, the hair was glowing, flowing, and looking magnificent. Yeah, you couldn't sit on your mama's couch without a towel, but your hair looked good.
Okay. Friend, you know, I ride with you, but I'm going to have to say I agree to disagree, because I was one of those that had to get that relaxed. And it wasn't anything of being pro-Black, not Black, you know, anything of that nature, because I'm Blacker than Black. But everybody's hair is different. My sister, she didn't really need a relaxer. And so for years, my mother encouraged her not to get one. For me, it was different. Like my hair was very coarse. It was very thick. And so getting up in the morning and having to do the hair every morning. And then I don't know about you guys, but I said it once and I said it again. My mom used to burn me with the hot comb. So she used to have to send me down to my grandmother's house to get my hair pressed. And so when it came down to the time, it was so funny because my mom always said, I never said, Jalen, get the relaxer. It was my grandmother that told my mom to put a relaxer in my head. She said, because I'm all for wearing your natural hair and everything. But she said, Jalen's hair, it takes a lot of work. And we just don't have time right now to keep doing that. And so that's why, until I was able to have a say, that's why I kept doing the relaxers, because it was always taught in me, your hair is something that you put in work for. You treat it like you love it. Like my dad would always say with a car, if you take care of your car is going to take care of you. If you take care of your hair is going to take care of you. And so how I was raised is, if you're not going to take care of it, use that easy way out. You don't need to be natural. Does that make sense?
It does. And that's completely different. That is a choice of deciding that right now, this is something that cannot be done. Because here's the fact of the matter. You got to grow up. You got to do this. You got to do that. You were involved in sports. As a sports kid, I get that. So there's a way you have to do things. That's why we got to relax it for me, because it was easier to do as a cheerleader. So I get that. My thing is when you're making the choice because you think that society's dictation of what appropriateness looks like, or professionalism, or a decent looking young lady, that's my thing. It's like a society says you have to have your hair like this. You know what I mean? But then you get to today, 2022, where if you see a little girl who gets a little silk press maybe for picture day or something, first thing people want to jump in the comments and say, oh, she's too grown. Oh, that doesn't look right. Meanwhile, little Becky Sue, her hair like that by itself, it don't do nothing else. And y'all impressed with it?
It don't even curl. You can curl it with a sock.
Oh, no, but that's why they get perms, to curl their hair, which is a kicker for me, because ain't the coil and kink a problem? Y'all got to make up y'all mind or stay up out the Black people household. I'm just saying. It's giving confusion. confusion. No, y'all, there was this little girl. And this is no shade to the little girl. You know, when you were a kid, you just naturally want to explore stuff. The little girl wanted little braids in her hair like the little black girl she see. And do y'all know that colored folk, that's what I'm calling them, because there's different levels of black folk. Colored folk done donated her mama some money so the little girl could get her little box braids like the little black girls do.
You lying. You
It very much gave house Negro. Yes, it did, honey. I was shook. That was a sad day on the internet for sure. Meanwhile, you know that little singing baby who was singing the Usher song with her little cute self? Oh, she's too grown. Oh, her hair shouldn't be parted like that. That's too grown of a part for a child. First of all, wait, how's a part too grown?
No, and so because then that's an issue I have where why is there an issue when our black girls want to do anything compared to whomever else? Now I am tired of that. It's always they're too grown, they're too whatever. It's like we're too. And that's from when we started from episode 1. I'm tired of them policing us. I am. Even us. I'm tired of us policing us. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing. I don't care how grown, not grown, whatever. If that's how she want to rock that day, let her do it. But you're not going to sit and down her and you want to praise somebody else and help somebody else. That is not going to be what we going to do.
Say it louder. I'm tired of us downing us.
That part. Especially like when you think about how they did Blue Ivy. Zaria, have you seen that? Like, did you see
God.
all that? Like, I don't know if it came back around, but how like, you know, Blue Ivy and I almost called the girl Chocolate West and Northwest was born around this. I'm hungry. How they was born around the same time. And everybody, even though it's Beyonce, because, you know, people ride for Beyonce as if, you know, that's a whole cult in and of itself, respectfully.
Yeah.
But people treated Beyonce's daughter like she was just,
oh,
that's
my
not what I
God.
expected her to look like.
And it's like even her with the, you know, if we want to say her skin, she has the fair complexion. We know both her parents are black, but it's compared to Northwest in that way. And I was like, why not just celebrate this baby? Like, are you kidding me?
You know, that really bothered me because, and it's going to tap into colorism, but I'm trying to keep it back on this side. It really bothered me. I had 2 incidents. When I was in high school, I worked in this predominantly Caucasian community. I was strictly over there trying to get my coins. Simple as that. And a customer walked up to me and she was like, oh my gosh, like, what are you mixed with? I said, huh? She said, what are you mixed with? Your complexion, your hair is just so pretty. I said, oh yeah, yes ma'am, I'm mixed. She said, oh, what are you mixed with? I said, black and black, light skin and dark skin. So then fast forward 2 years later, there was like some little conversation and they were talking about how they prefer a light skinned person over a dark skinned person. And I got ticked off. And somebody said, well, why do you care so much? Because I have a dark skinned sister that's bad as I don't know what. Jasmine Wilson May is the baddest thing walking with beautiful natural hair, with a beautiful natural black body. What you're not going to do is down my sister. Like I tell people, I don't fight, but I will beat somebody's butt when it comes to my mama, my daddy, my sister, and my brother-in-law. Don't play with me. And so it goes back to when you're asking about the girl's complexion or when you're talking about her hair. And I think we'll talk about this later when it comes to hair texture. Like, no, you don't have anything to say. And this is coming from a long hair, thick red bone. As they say in the song. You don't have anything to say, especially if you bald head.
She gonna hit Wheezy on y'all and call y'all bald headed. Like, honestly, how salty do y'all feel right now? So, Zaria, I'm not calling you out, but I would like to know, for Gen Z, what are you seeing like or hearing or whatever, like amongst you all? Because the return to natural hair has been real popular the last couple of years. So what is it like from somebody who's a little more in depth in the world of Gen Zers? Genzers.
No.
I feel like it is very popular. And I don't know if it's just like, I'm hoping it's not just a popular thing. I am hoping that girls are genuinely being like they like to see their natural hair. But it definitely is, people like the natural look, but they also don't really want to do what it takes to maintain the natural look. Because people do try to go like the actual natural route at first. And then some people are like, okay, this isn't for me. And I can't blame them. I mean, like, generally, if you got like any type of black girl hair, it's not the easiest to maintain. So I was like, in Gen Z, I feel like now we're kind of getting to a place where we're trying out new things and ready to, you know. So I feel like that might be what's pissing them off. Like, we're kind of getting back to the whole, I look good though. Like, and I look this, And I can go get my hair straightened, but it's my choice. It's not because you're making me feel some type of way.
I love that. It's like you can copy how I dress. You might even be able to copy how I talk in my nails. But baby, one thing you'll never do is look good from head to toe. Maybe from the neck down, you look pretty okay. But when it comes to this crown, yours is a little leany, sis. It's looking a little dented. It's almost like a big middle finger to just like the rules and the oppression of it all. Like, I absolutely love it. I think that it is the best thing for y'all. And I amen what you say, because as a Black girl who does not like to do her hair, the only thing I can do for my hair is make a reservation with Shawnee's. Okay? Because listen, the couple times I try to do my hair, my boyfriend like, oh, you look so buff. You've been working out? No, I've been holding this ponytail for an hour trying to get these twists together. Like, no, I've been trying to comb my kitchen. Okay?
Oh my God.
No. I've not been to Planet Fitness. This is Planet Black Girl Hair.
Look, my mom said that about a couple of weeks ago, because we was talking about my sister, who, blessed be the name of Jesus when it comes to her hair sometimes. And so she was like, don't get me wrong. I don't care if you natural or relaxed, just make sure you're presentable. That's what people need to realize. Just be presentable. They already expect you to come in there looking toe up from the flow up, make somebody want to throw up. So come in there presentable. That's all.
It's a gag, Joe. And this is a little petty, but guess what? I don't care. Have y'all ever seen a creative, non-melanated person? Their whole aesthetic is unpresentable. From the baggy clothes to the colors that don't match to the hair they ain't washed in 4 days because they believe in dry shampoo. It's all awful. Yet they get those passes. And don't let them be in artistic spaces. Then everybody and their mama, oh, that's just how they vibe, you know, with their colored hair and their piercings, you know.
Like, wanted to be a unicorn, but that's okay.
Just vibe with me.
But that's okay, because, you know, when they come in and they try to do an interview with some of them non-melanated people, they get deducted in my book too. So,
girl, it just be so maddening. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. And I mentioned it earlier during my little tirade, my little rant. The significance of Black hair. What is the significance of it to you, Miss Humphrey? Like, I feel like this is a calming topic. Like, this is okay. Y'all, she been wading in the water.
Oh, I don't know, because y'all done had me all in my feelings.
Don't worry, y'all. I calmed her down this time.
Oh.
Relax, release.
Well, it definitely, I mean, I've done some research on it, and I know like through the decades, definitely earlier on when it came to rice, like within grades. So it was a kind of a container to be able to put food and different things that were needed for the journey as they would travel. And I feel like our hair is so much a part of us. It's a statement, which I feel like why it is attacked so much.
It's attacked so much to me. Obviously, y'all said it because they can't do it. And I was like, it always reminds me, it was this girl with me in school, but I had like 2 puffs in my hair. And I went to school.
Love it.
And one girl was like, I just like love, she was a little white girl. She was like, I just like love your hair. And I was like, yeah. The next day I came to school, she had her hair in too little. Obviously hers was a little bit floppy. But I was just like, that's it. She clearly was fascinated with it. No hate to her. Like, I mean, like, we were young at that time, so I just laughed at it. She was my friend. But I was like, that kind of gave me a glimpse into kind of what some of them do be thinking. Like, I do feel like some of them be going home and trying them hairstyles and they don't be looking good. So then they just be like, never mind. So I'm going to go next day to work and I'm going to choose to be like, that's your real hair? Or I'm going to choose to treat you like you're a lion and pet you.
Lions bite though, baby. Back up. Pick you up. You hear me? It's like, that's when you realize like, oh, y'all forever going to be trying to do what I do with this crown. Yeah, I love that. All right, Jalen, I see you over there burning a hole. What's up?
The significance of Black hair for me, it's an example of how you want to represent yourself personally. So if I want to put blonde in my hair and have blonde braids because I want to be a hot girl for the summer, that's me. If I want to cut all my hair off because I mentally just need a break, that's me. Your hair is a representation of what you want. I really feel like it's how you're taking care of your mental health at that point.
Period. Like what's in your head, not on it.
That's nobody's business but yourself.
Period. I love that. I think the significance of Black hair, like Miss Humphrey was saying, she took it back to when our ancestors had to like store food in their hair for the journey, or like how they would braid mats into our hair, or when a young girl in an African village is about to get married, it's braided a certain type of way. For me, I think about my mom, like a part of our quality time was go get the hair box and you sit on that floor and you watch a VHS tape and you get your hair greased and braided and you listen to her tell you about life and art or whatever. Like, to me, it's like that's a moment of being able to soak up some history and some lessons. So So I wrote a whole dang on poem about black hair because it's bigger than just something that I wear. And for somebody who doesn't do their hair, that don't mean I don't like it to be. You can ask the ladies, y'all. It is very rare that my hair is not done to the point where they know if my hair is not done. Okay, Miss Humphrey, like, come on, Nisa, let's talk. Because otherwise, my hair is done. Hair depression is real in the Black community. And I feel like that's also a part of why they do the psychological warfare. But like Jayla's saying, now we rocking bald cuts, baby. What you gonna do now? Call my barber? What you gonna do now? Slap my scalp?
Nisa, I do agree with one of the comments. Well, I agree with all of them. But one of the ones that stood out to me was some of your best moments when you learn about your history is when you get your hair done. I can remember the best moments with my mom. I can remember it with my grandma. Like those, I was telling my mom today, I was like, you want to grease my hair to the scalp like you used to? Because I mean, it's just that bonding experience that you have. And nobody can take that away from you.
At all. Like, I don't like to do my own hair. But whenever my brother or his girlfriend calls me and they're like, hey, can you do Nova's hair? I jump at it. Because then I get to hear all about her little 3-year-old day. She don't be doing much, but she be doing everything for some reason. So I love that. I really do. Go ahead, Zaria.
I would like to say that at first I was going to be like, I relate as well. But you know, I was a tender-headed baby. So anytime my mom or somebody else tried to do my hair, I would jump out the seat. So I guess I can't relate.
Well, no, you can, baby, because it taught you how fast you are. So we here.
My only question is, Zaria, when you jumped out the seat, where was you going?
Have mercy.
See, we grew up doing micro braids and them dang on put the comb on the stove. We're gonna put grease around your whole neck. So wasn't no tender-headed allowed. It was like, you gonna get this hair done.
Well, now
You weren't allowed to.
I know she says that, but it really was like, you tender-headed or not, it's kind of like it's got to get done because you're not just gonna walk out of here. Like I hear what you're saying, Jalen, when you was like with your mom. Even it really is a representation. So whatever your style is, I'm like, rock it. It's a time and place for everything. That's how I look at it. And not only are you representing yourself, you're representing the family. So it really did matter in that way. So how you present yourself, like you said, Nisa, when your hair is done, is something definitely with a Black woman, Black girl. When your hair is done and you put your outfit on, you like, I'm good.
Nails and feet done too, baby.
You can't tell me nothing. And you know, you will go ahead, get dressed and go. You got to find somewhere to be. Go riding
to the corner store at that point, baby.
Hey, I
know we in Birmingham. I'm still gonna walk 4 miles to the corner store.
Right.
We have to give a shout, show respect, and show appreciation to those who also have to go through the crap as far as being oppressed because of their hair. And the conduct applies to them as well. And I'm talking about like our people of the Rastafarian faith, right? So they keep their hair locked because their locks hold significance. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen a Rastafarian individual in person, but baby, them locks be swanging and they be so pretty and just full and just everything wonderful. And unfortunately, they as well deal with hair discrimination. Also, people who are Native American, which is mad crazy because this is stolen land anyway, but they also deal with hair discrimination. They're young men and the young women who don't want to cut their hair, who are not supposed to because they believe that the length of their hair is tied to their ancestors. If someone passes close to them, they grow their hair as a sign of respect and love for that person. So it's like, yes, we separate church and state when it's convenient for y'all because y'all love to bring up all that God stuff for other things. But we're going to leave that one be because I'll go there as well. Y'all love to separate church and state when it is convenient for you all. However, if we're separating it that much, then have respect for the faith of people who can't cut their hair because of certain beliefs, right? Y'all so quick to say, oh, we're not going to touch on that. We shouldn't talk politics. We shouldn't talk religion. Okay, don't talk about it. Let people do what they want with their hair. All I'm saying is, if my hair is clean, what you mad for? Because last time I checked, I passed the bug check. So let me ask y'all, what's beef? Why is black hair, let's see if we can do this in one word. Why is black hair causing such a big fuss with non-melanated people?
Jealousy.
Okay, that was quick. I love it.
Bald-headed. Ignorance.
I love it. So jealousy, ignorance, bald-headed. I'm just say y'all mad. Mad encompasses so much. Y'all mad.
Or you can say, that's
yeah. We love it. Y'all, let's talk about this because I feel like when we talk about hair, as far as black people go, we always skip on talking about the aesthetic. And so that whole curly girl or 4C hair aesthetic, I don't know if y'all have seen it on the timelines, but when people started going back to being natural, all of a sudden you would hear like, oh, learn how I do my wash and go. First of all, wash and go is a lie. You don't wash and go anywhere. That's not what we do. We don't wash and go. We wash, condition, or whatever, puff, we fluff, and then we go. So stop lying to the people. But the curly girl and the 4C aesthetic is basically this thing where young black girls or black Black girls in general, they're on socials and they're pressing how fabulous it is to have only these two types of hair. So the girls who are in the middle, or maybe their hair is like this in the front or like that in the back, they're kind of struggling to see where they fit. And then it feeds into that mindset of them thinking, oh, there's something wrong with my hair. I don't know what to do with my hair. I need to cover or cut or hide my hair. So why is that aesthetic, that curly girl or that 4C aesthetic, why is it so damaging to little Black girls?
It's what's been taught. Like, and I blame society. Society has taught you like this is better than that and this is better than that. I'm telling you, like, I think it's society. When people start minding the business that pays them, the world would be a better place.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel like earlier before, and talking about the Blue Ivy situation and just period, when it comes to little Black girls not being able to just love whatever. People are going to always have something to say. And I'm just like, we just have to continue to speak up for those of us who know better.
Yeah, I agree. I think my thing is just like, if these girls don't have that type of hair, like if it's not the perfect spiral curl or the 4C, then the next thing they think is like, oh, then my hair needs to be long. Because even when we go back, when we think of her, people only really started giving her praise and appreciation when they, oh, look at her hair. Oh, it's so long. Beyonce did good with it. And it's like, y'all was mad in the beginning because she had her little baby puffs on or whatever the case may be. So it's like, instead of teaching curl pattern love or texture love, just love your hair, because there are people who are born with things like alopecia or people who have, my mother's had breast cancer twice. She ain't blinked when she had to cut her hair off. Now my good sis don't ever got to shave her leg. I wish I never had to shave my legs, y'all, because so much wet. I fall in the shower sometimes. But honestly, I do, y'all.
Why you had to put in the shaved legs part?
I do, y'all. And then I be trying to grab the water to hold myself up. Like, what? Girl, do better. But seriously, though, like, there are people out here, like Whoopi Goldberg. I think about her. She shaved her eyebrows off because she said she don't like having hair on her face. So it's not a big deal to everybody until the people who don't even belong in the club couldn't get close to it if they married a Black man, had some mixed babies, and called themselves Becky's with the good hairs. It's not a big deal until they decide it is one. And I feel like as Black women, as Black people, we need to go on and snatch that power back as well, just like we've snatched back our styles. Go on and snatch that power back and just say, guess what? I have hair and I'm Black. And that right there is the magic of it. So, petty pole. I did this with me and Zara in mind because we tend to be the petty betties of the group.
Y'all answer it too. I'm out.
Yeah. All right. Petty pole. Ladies, can white girls wear box braids, knotless braids, and micro braids?
Who wants to go first?
Zara, speak for the majority.
No, I say no. And it's so funny. I had this video in mind of this little girl. It was this little white girl. And like the girl, she was doing her hair. But like she was pulling like extra hard, like because she was getting box braids. Everybody in the comments was like, she ain't had to pull that hard. Like it was like, but she basically was like, if you want them. The girl's face was like real red. And she's never getting these again. Oh my God. But that's what I think about every time. I'm just like, y'all need to chill out. They do it literally to piss off Black girls. Like that's really hard. It's like not because they like them. Literally. Yeah. The more they do it and the more that I find out some of them be losing their hair because of it, I'm just like, well,
won't he do it?
It is what it is.
It's like, why y'all getting on the internet crying about the choice you made? It's giving dumb.
This leads to my answer. I'm going to say no comment because of the simple fact that if they're losing their hair or they're in pain when they're getting all these styles, that sounds like a PP, a personal problem.
No, it sounds like a scalp PP.
A hard head make a soft behind. So I
hard head make a bald head.
That's why I say no comment, because if you want to go down that road, you do that, baby. Just don't complain when you don't have no hair. Miracle growth. Just put it right there.
Girl, stop giving away the recipes. I've had enough of you. No, but seriously, I think it's just like, it's a no for me. Like if ever someone comes like, yeah, Nisa, should I get this style? No. However, like Jalen said, if you do it, keep your white tears. And then also know that like, that's not even something y'all keep long time. Y'all literally probably get it that day. Cause 9 times out of 10, you're not going to your mama's house like that. You're not going to your daddy's house like that. You're not going to to your great aunt's house with your hair done like that. You're just not doing it. You're literally doing it to get on the internet, to be a caricature of what you wish you were. And then you get off and take the hair out and then you go back and record yourself crying about your hair falling out. It's giving insanity, because insanity is seeing something, doing it again and expecting different results. You're going to continue to have your hair fall out. Girl, stick to them ponytails.
Stick to them messy buns. A hard head make a soft behind.
I had a comment, but I'm trying to do better.
Do better. Do better.
That's the thing, though. I've never seen a white girl wear box braids like in real life. Have y'all?
I have.
I tripped a white girl with locks once. I did. Looking like the Grinch's fingers. I've tripped her right on up. Sure did. Stuck my foot out with a bold spirit.
Wait. Was it by the stairs?
No, honey. We was outside.
Thank you.
Now, I will say this, though. There are so many other braided hairstyles you can get. Why do you want box braids? You can get your 2 braids going to the back. I don't see anything wrong with that. You can get...
That's the only option they got.
I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Next topic.
Okay. Going back to talking about the Crown Act, and this is on a serious note, the only thing that I'm going to say about it that's what bothers me or what makes me feel like this is messed up, that, and we said it jokingly earlier, but I do want to reiterate, if we live in a world where people who are not Black can dye their hair all types of colors some days, and some days it's pink on this side, purple on that side, some days it's a mixture, and that's fine. If that's okay, the fact that we even have to have any type of a law passed just to wear our hair how it grows out of our scalp is top tier haterism. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. And I think when these states are thinking about whether or not they want to pass such a law that's also shocking and whatever, take a look at y'all's youth and look at what their hair is doing and consider the fact that maybe, just maybe, I need to leave the little Black kids alone. Leave the little Rastafarian children alone. Leave little Native American children alone. That is all. All right. It's okay, Black girl. It is okay, little Black girl, to do whatever you want with your hair. Keep it straight, coily, curly, or cut it all off. The choice is yours. But however you choose to rock your crown, do so with pride in the history behind it. Feel the power and the magical prowess it takes to pull it off, and bask in the fact that no one will ever be able to rock your crown like you.
To tell a young girl that, a young Black girl, that's that confidence booster, you know? So I like that.
I don't know. I really have been in my feels about how we're treated because of our hair. So when I was writing out the It's Okay Black Girl today, I was just like, don't be crying because we thugs. But it definitely hits like that. And it makes me think of, I don't know if you've all seen it, Matthew A. Cherry. He made a film called Hair Love about a dad with locks. And it's so cute, y'all. It's probably about 5 to 10 minutes. He does his daughter's hair how her mom used to do it so that he can take the daughter to go see the mom who is in the hospital dealing with, I think it might be cancer because she lost her hair. But it's so beautiful. It's so sweet. He won an Academy Award for that short film. And anytime we talk hair or the Crown Act, I have to show him love because he's the one who brought the Crown Act to my attention when he gave his acceptance. So if y'all ever get the opportunity, go check out Hair Love. It's so cute. Oh, wow. All right, y'all know what it is. It's time to live life and give life. So instead of speaking life into one another, which we do often all the time, even when we're not podcasting it up, we're going to shout out a queen whose hair is always on point. Ready? I'm going to go first. My shout goes to the Missy Elliott, okay? Because sis has never had a bad hair day in her life. She was the first Black woman I really saw like rocking the short cuts with the different little streaks in them. And she's just always been fantabulous. So Missy Elliott, I'm living life and giving life to you, sis. Continue to rock that crown.
I'll go. So mine's going to be a fictional character. I'm going to say Simone Hicks from All American Homecoming.
Period.
I love her hairstyles. And she switched it up so much.
Way more than we really do in college. But yes, girl. Absolutely.
Oh, no. I was like, you definitely don't have the money for that. But it's fine.
Money, time, energy, none of that. Yeah, her hair is
that was a good one, see.
Yeah. Miss Humphrey, Jalen.
So I am going to go with Miss Susan. I want to say I'm pronouncing her name right. Kelechi Watson. She was Beth Pearson on This Is Us. Yeah, her hair, like all the time, like from when I seen her, whether she was on the show or just in real life, like I love her, how she rocks her crowns.
I've seen clips because y'all know that's my mama's show. But when I would pass the TV or whatever, I would see it. Her hair was always laid. So okay, I loved it. Jalen, what you got, boo?
So I know we're supposed to say like a famous person or something, but Jalen likes what she likes. So I'm gonna have to go with Zaria. When I first saw Zaria and her hair, I was like, oh my gosh, this baby got a lot of hair. Like, can I have some? Just to see it. I've never seen it silk pressed, and I don't have to because it's just so gorgeous to me, and her edges are always laid. And I'm not saying it to cry. Like, you were the first name that came up to me. Her hair is truly beautiful to me. I'm gonna have to give it to Zaria.
Period. Eighth wonder of the world is her hair, definitely.
But I'm gonna have to give it to your mama because your mama did that.
Period. Yeah.
It's funny because she prayed for it.
So this is the thing. When she was first born now, it was a little stop and go there. And I was like, okay, was this the prayer?
Let's go talk to God. Hey, excuse
And I
me.
continued to pray. And then it was like it started out a little slower, but then it started to expand and grow. So, prayer, it does work.
He said miracle drops for real. Miracle drops from Jesus.
Yeah.
But thanks,
I did pray for it,
Jalen.
but that is beautiful, Jalen. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that one.
No, for real. Even your edges be on fleek. And I don't think you've ever noticed me just staring. But that's what I'm staring at 9 times out of 10. I'm just looking at their hair because I'm just like, oh my gosh, her hair is so beautiful.
And sorry, I don't even think you taught me and Jalen edge care. I always think about that day when we was going skating and we had Zari at your house and we were just in there. Literally, you have taught us edge care. Like, I care about my edges now. I didn't care before, but I care today. I care.
Might need another tutorial in the next couple of
I love
And Rob was like, this gel right here.
Yeah, she sure did. She's like, you gotta swoop it. Now put your scarf on. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I do. When I have my good curl, I be wanting to go. Sorry, yeah, look at that. I did it. Mm-hmm.
That's gorgeous.
Yes.
Oh, that was sweet.
Y'all know who else we gotta give shouts to, because I feel like where the movement was coming back to natural hair, she did a wonderful job and still does. Issa Rae.
Oh, yes.
Look, Issa Rae. I was watching the Photograph, and that's quickly becoming one of my favorite little love films. If y'all have never seen it, go watch it. Like, you talking about feelings. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Go watch the Photograph, okay? Very practical, very romantic. But her hair in everything.
I love that yellow dress she wore. I know we talking
Oh
about
my God. What?
I love.
Like, the movie is so visually pleasing. It's like so many warm hues of browns and greens, but her hair.
The color
of it. That's her color.
Oh,
like,
yes. Every time I watch the movie, I'm like, I have to rewatch certain parts because it's like, girl, they in the middle of confessing their feelings, and it's like, but them edges though.
She's
But that's the whoop though.
Mhm.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I think that we did episode 5 real live. Y'all, we are going to go ahead and close out this episode. Of course, we have to thank you all for tuning in, listening, checking us out. Make sure that you all follow Flora Pearl on Instagram and something. What's that handle?
At Flora Pearl Foundation.
Big period. So y'all know when the podcast episodes are dropping, y'all can see what wonderful things the foundation is up to. And y'all can also go ahead and learn some history because, Ms. Humphrey stay dropping the jewels on that page. You all, thank you so much for listening to this episode. We will see you next time on the We Are Flora Pearl podcast.
What'd you say? Keep shining. See, I said it before you.
Hey, Ms. Humphrey, show how it's done. How it's done, Ms. Humphrey.
Keep shining.
Period. Miss. Can we get a Black woman? Like, I just really feel like that whole recording in progress.
I said that today.
What you say his name? What you say his name? I need mine to change because I want it.
You want the Black man. Now go be mad on your way to go get your ticks removed.
See, this would be the first. No way, she would be the first person to be like, "Why y'all let me say crazy stuff?"
I cooked some amazing chili. Oh my gosh! In the crock pot.
I was wondering what you was over there eating.
It's been a minute though, but yeah.
Send me the recipe.
You ain't gotta send me the recipe. Just make me a bowl. I'll be over there tomorrow.
So I got a perm and they had a pool party, but I kept my hair and the little twisties going back with my little ponytail clip in, and I jumped in that water.
And that ponytail clip in comes baby.
Baby, the rubber band said, bloop, and I was like, wow, I'm definitely a Negro. Because, yeah.
Rejoice, let your voice with us right now.